And thankfully we're finally out of that gas-filled room, so now we can continue on our search in relative peace. Oh dear. There's violence happening nearby? And Snake's not involved? Oh, I am so pressing shenanigans. Thank goodness I don't have to go through these guys. They've already been gotten through.
It looks like they were cut by some type of blade.
Wrong, they were actually shot by a blade. So, yeah, it's pretty spooky. You, doing okay, dude? No? Alright.
It's a ghost.
Oh no, not a spooky ghost. Why'd it have to be a spooky ghost? I just can't handle those things. Oh hey, this guy has ammo. Thanks, dude. Now your death's not in vain. I think. Hey, floating dude, are you making those noises? I'm hearing like these weird voices. I don't know what they are. They're kind of weird. Oh, it was the ninja all along. Well, okay then. He left without even a word. How rude. I'm just gonna equip these Russians and a gun, and since that door's broken, we can just go in without a card key, which is good because it's a level higher than we actually have. That's coming out of your paycheck, you know. It's expensive to get these carpets clean.
Camouflage? Who are you?
Where is my friend?
What are you talking about? Oh, what next?
Snake.
Hey, were you calling me your buddy?
I've been waiting for you, Snake.
Who are you?
Neither enemy nor friend. I am back from a world where such words are meaningless.
I'm also very vague.
Or obstacles. Now you and I will battle to the death.
For the hell of it.
What do you want?
I've waited a long time for
His
this day.
pee is on the wall.
Now
How's that
I want
possible?
to enjoy the moment.
Best line coming up.
What's with these guys? It's like one of my Japanese animes.
It is indeed like one of his Japanese animes. Who doesn't love that
What
line?
is it? Revenge?
Is nothing so trivial as revenge. A fight to the death with you.
That sounds kind of trivial, actually. In fact, even more trivial.
I will kill you, or you will kill me. It makes no difference.
Are you planning on killing terrorists? Because I kind of think it does make a difference if you're not.
Fine. He can watch from inside there.
It's gonna be a cool fight.
Keep your hands off him.
Now, make me feel it. Make me feel alive again.
So, start of this boss battle, let's just call Master about this. Master, this guy counts as fauna, right? The indigenous Alaskan cyborg ninja? That's terrible advice, Miller. Let's not take that advice in the slightest. So, he does technically have an electronic guidance system, being a cyborg ninja and all, so chaff grenades, very helpful here. He's pretty erratic, and he's not really aggressive. He tries to be tricky more than anything else. He, like, jumps around, tries to get you following him around a bit, and then he goes in for a strike, but as long as you have chaff grenades, you can stun him. Unfortunately, like I said earlier, bosses do have a fairly large amount of invincibility frames. Once he drops to his knees, you can't hurt him in any way. You can't punch him, you can't shoot him. You just have to wait for him to get back up, which unfortunately isn't until the end of this chaff grenade. So, we just go in for a quick hit, try to get away. He'll come back to us at some point, or maybe not, maybe he'll just jump around the room. He does have a tendency to jump away from you at times, even when you don't think he would, but he's a ninja, so I guess he knows what he's doing. It's just kind of weird, but then again, it's kind of helpful, so what am I complaining about? He's not always attacking me, so I've got plenty of time to throw a chaff grenade, and I'm not really dodging anything, so that's pretty good. I think punching him does the most amount of damage, and in fact, even if you don't use a chaff grenade, he doesn't really block punches. He does, however, block basically any other weapon, really. Anything but chaff grenades. You use SOCOM Bombus, he'll block most of the shots, so Miller wasn't exactly wrong when he said you should throw away all weapons, but chaff grenades, very good way to get through this fight. Not exactly the most necessary, but it makes it just plain easy. Plus his health does go down a bit slowly. Again, probably because of chaff grenades and the fact that he doesn't actually get up until the end of a chaff grenade. Got a lot of hits done. Oh, he's actually coming after me. What do you know? Of course, he does sometimes jump away, as I said before. I'm just saying, you know, it looked like he was following me, but you never know. He could somersault away. It's a thing he does. He likes to be impressive, I think. Now, this does go on for a little while. I don't exactly know when the next phase of the fight triggers. I don't think it's actually after a certain amount of damage. Like, two of his quote-unquote phases are pretty much one that's shared, because sometimes I do a little bit of damage to this phase, and then the next phase lasts a while, and other times it's vice versa. I think it's when you stop using your weapons for a while, though, that he starts doing the next thing. Quit being such a Snake hipster. I liked Snake before he was cool. I remember when you punched a wall. It was pretty neat. Don't know how you did it, but I love you for it anyway. And this is our last chaff grenade. So let's just see if I'm right. Gonna punch him a few more times, and I think after that he'll do another thing. Because otherwise I just keep stunning him with a chaff grenade. And yeah, see, he had plenty of opportunities to attack me there, but he didn't. Oh well, he's not the most difficult boss in the world, though. He does have a few tricks up his sleeve which you need to watch out for that could do a fair bit of damage. It can kill you quick, but once you know what you're doing, it's a pretty simple boss. And look, he ran away. Oh, well, what do you know? Oh, look at that. See, I told you he was showing off. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah, you don't want to miss your shots here, otherwise you're... Yeah, look at it. You can dodge fairly easily, actually.
Good. Now we can fight as warriors. Hand to hand. It is the basis of all combat. Only a fool trusts his life to a weapon.
So yes, I believe after a certain amount of time where you don't use a weapon, he'll resort to this phase where he won't use his sword, which is... It doesn't make the biggest difference, because he's still doing some somersaults and flips and all that shit.
That's good, Snake. Hurry up and catch me.
That sounds a bit provocative. Anyway, he's going to turn invisible and jump to a random point in the room where you can punch him a bunch. He does try to hide, and basically after a while he's going to come after you. And I'm wearing my sexy lingerie. Anyway, yeah, sometimes he'll just jump in front of you because he's dumb, but yeah, basically he's trying to hide, and after a while he'll come right after you, which isn't a huge problem.
Like old times. I've been waiting for this pain.
And yeah, now he's going to actively come out of you after you no matter what, but don't fight him immediately, because he's going to try to throw a punch while you're aiming for him, and if you start punching, he won't be able to dodge. Sorry about that, I like that line. But yeah, he's just trying to fake you out here, but you got plenty of time to hit him after he tries to hit you, so just back off to a safe distance and you'll dodge him no problem. Just don't get tricked. Sometimes he will try and do a double punch, like do one punch. Actually, no, I don't think he punches. I think it's he gets behind you, then teleports again without punching, and then he punches. But yeah, again, he's trying to fake you out there too, so just make sure he punches, and you'll be fine. You won't get hit.
The clashing of bone and sinew.
Sure, right, yeah, whatever. But yeah, just don't get faked out. This is an easy segment. Just be careful about hitting him, and you'll be A-okay. See? I took one big loop around him and I still managed to hit him. As I said, as long as you know he's going to try to fake you out, you can get through this battle. It is all just a battle of knowing what to do. And you won't really have to get hit all that much or use that many rations. See, look at all that time I get to hit him. And now he's dead, right? No. He's going to freak the hell out, and you can't see it right now, but he's kind of surrounded by a giant electric aura. You cannot get near him when he does this, because if you do, it will hurt. However, because he's not blocking, you can actually shoot him now, and that's pretty much the only way to hurt him. Yeah, I'm trying to. Trust me, he would probably nearly kill me in one hit if I ran into him. It is pretty easy to accidentally run into him, though, so be careful about that.
I felt that, Snake. Do you remember me now?
Can't be. You were killed in Zanzibar.
Okay. I don't think heads can really move like that.
Not again. What's happening?
Do you need to talk or something? Because I'm kind of terrible at doing that sort of thing.
Should I have not punched you so many times?
Is it over?
I'm gonna say no. See? Told you so.
I'm going streaking and you can't stop me! Hey, Colonel, some crazy shit just happened.
Gray Fox. Colonel, that ninja is Gray Fox. No doubt about it.
Ridiculous. You of all people should know he died in Zanzibar.
You
No.
punched him repeatedly
Should
yourself.
have died, but he didn't.
What?
It happened before I joined Foxhound's medical staff. They were using a soldier for their gene therapy experiments.
I never heard that.
It happened right after you retired.
They were
My
actually
predecessor,
waiting
Dr.
until
Clark,
you
was in
retired.
charge.
Specifically you.
Yes, he started the gene therapy project.
And where is he now?
I'm gonna guess
He was
dead.
killed in an explosion in his lab 2 years ago.
Called
What
it.
about this soldier?
Apparently, for their test subject, they decided to use the body of a soldier who was recovered after the fall of Zanzibar.
And that
Big
was
Boss
Gray
wasn't really
Fox.
an option
But he
because he
was
was kind of
already dead.
ash by that point.
Yes, but they revived him. They fitted him with a prototype exoskeleton and kept him drugged for 4 years while they experimented on him like a plaything. Today's genome soldiers were born from those experiments.
That explains why they seem like they're drugged up.
I ever heard.
They used him to test all sorts of gene therapy techniques.
Naomi.
They made his
why
hair
didn't you tell us
really
about
weird
this sooner?
colors. They gave him longer
Because it's confidential
legs.
information.
Gave him a polka dot
Is that
skin
the only
tone. It
reason?
was just mean.
Naomi, what happened to Gray Fox after that?
The record says he died in the explosion.
I see. But even if that ninja is Gray Fox, the question is, why?
Why the hell
I could
not?
tell. He didn't know who he was.
Snake, I remember that punch, but I don't
I'm
remember
not sure, but he's
my
intent on
own
fighting you to the
punch.
death. We'll meet again. I know it.
So you'll fight again? Until you kill him?
I'd rather
Like
not.
that one nerd said,
But
he
maybe
is my
that's what he
anime
wants.
rival. It is like one of his Japanese animes.
You didn't pee in the
How long
locker
you
too,
gonna
did
stand
ya?
there?
Because that's gonna smell terrible.
Are you one of them?
I'm one of a lot of
No,
people.
I'm not. I always work alone.
Except when I don't,
Alone?
which is all the
You're
time.
an otaku too? No, I'm kidding.
Wow!
You can't stay
Way
here
to diss
forever.
yourself, dude. Dr. Emmerich with the sickest burn on all
Your uniform's different from
otaku
theirs.
all the way back in
You're the Metal Gear
1998.
Chief Engineer, Hal Emmerich, right? You know me? I heard about you from Meryl. Oh, so you're here to rescue me? Sorry, but no. There's something that I've got to do first. Oh, well, at least you're not one of them.
Can you specify? Who's them? Can I
you
know? I'd like to know something here.
Oh, I'm okay. I just twisted my ankle a little bit trying to get away.
Well, if
You're on an
that's all,
outright
it's nothing to
limp.
worry
I
about.
think that's more than just a little bit.
I want to ask you something. I need information about Metal Gear.
How cool is it?
Metal Gear?
Yeah. What's Metal Gear really designed for?
Blowing stuff up, I think that
It's a
should be
mobile
obvious.
TMD. It's designed to shoot down nuclear missiles. Only for defensive purposes, of course.
Fire. I already know that Metal Gear is nothing but a nuclear-equipped walking deathmobile.
That's like the one thing I do know.
What are you talking about?
The terrorists are planning to use Metal Gear to launch a nuclear missile. You telling me you didn't know?
You might not want to do that, he looks kind of
They're
frail.
gonna put a dismantled warhead into Metal Gear's TMD missile module?
Wrong. From the beginning, the purpose of this exercise was to test Metal Gear's nuclear launch capability using a dummy nuclear warhead. The terrorists are just continuing the work you started.
No, you're wrong.
You
I heard it directly from the
probably
boss.
shouldn't say that to the guy with the remote-controlled missile stuffed somewhere in that
Nuclear
suit.
missile on Rex?
But that would cause him all
you
sorts
really
of back
didn't know.
problems.
No. All the armament was built by a separate department, and the president personally supervised the final assembly of the main unit.
So I really don't know what I'm doing here.
Yeah. I was never told exactly what they armed Rex with. I only know it's equipped with a Vulcan cannon, a laser, and a railgun.
I don't know what it's equipped with, except all this shit.
A railgun, you said.
Yeah. It uses magnets to fire bullets at extremely high velocities. The technology was originally developed for the SDI system and later scrapped. We were successful in miniaturizing it.
We thought it was kind of cute until we realized how good it was at killing people.
The railgun is on Rex's right arm.
Metal Gear's main function is to launch nuclear missiles. You sure you're not forgetting something?
It's true that Metal Gear has a missile module on his back that can carry up to 8 missiles, but are you saying
I
it was
thought they were for
originally meant to carry
fireworks.
nuclear missiles?
Yeah, but that's not all I think. If
I
Metal
bet it
Gear
could
fired
suplex
only
buildings
standard
and shit.
nuclear missiles, then they should already have all the practical data they need.
No. Could it be?
Snake, let me show you this stock footage.
Metal Gear's co-developer, Rivermore National Labs, was working on a new type of nuclear weapon.
Okay, so get this.
They were
We've got
using
this nuclear
Nova
weapon,
and NIF
but we're going to
laser
fill it
nuclear
with
fusion testing
roaches.
equipment and supercomputers.
So they developed a new type of nuclear weapon in a VR testing lab, huh?
Yes, but you can't use virtual data on a battlefield. They would need actual launch data. These are some of the supercomputers. If
They
you
hold
link
really
these, you can
important
test
data,
everything
and
in
also we play
virtual
chess with them on a regular
environment. But
basis.
it's all just theoretical.
So this exercise was designed to test the real thing.
What did our president do?
Illegal weapons
If the
development,
terrorists
illicit
launched that
deals, he hit Snake with a cane, and then he got a heart attack.
Damn. I'm such a fool. It's all my fault.
I don't think you're so bad morally, but you are the project leader, so legally you take the responsibility of being a huge fuck-up.
Manhattan Project. He suffered with the guilt for the rest of his life. And my father? He was born on August 6th, 1945.
He also knew Big
day of the
Boss.
Hiroshima
Oddly enough,
bomb.
he felt more guilty for that than his dad did
Guy's
for the
got a sense of
bomb.
humor, all right.
No, seriously, I find your plight hilarious. It's like nothing good has ever happened to you or your family. Hey, Colonel, get a load of this loser.
must have the
I think his
curse of nuclear
grandfather must have
weapons
ticked off a
written into our
nuclear gypsy
DNA.
or something.
I used to think that I could use science to help mankind. But the one that wound up getting used was me.
In fairness,
Using
how
science
likely
to help
was it that the
mankind.
big old walking
It's
death
in the
tank was
movies.
actually going to be used for defensive purposes only?
Enough crying. Pull yourself together. Where is Metal Gear? Where on this base are they keeping it?
Rex is in the underground maintenance base.
Where's that?
North of the
Underground.
communications tower, but it's a long way there.
The emergency override system for the detonation code is there too?
Yeah, in the maintenance base control room. You'd better hurry. If they were planning a launch from the start, then their ballistic program is probably finished. And since they haven't called for me in a few hours, they must not need me. In
I have
words,
no
they
other
must be
idea why
ready
they
to
wouldn't call me
launch.
back, and I really miss my hour-long conversations about anime that I'd have with them.
If we can't override the launch, launch, we'll have to destroy Rex.
Please don't do that. He's really cool, but he's got a cute side too.
I'll show you the way.
On that leg of yours, you'll just slow me down.
You'll need me if you're gonna destroy Rex.
I swear, I'm a total
I
badass.
just need your brain.
So open your head up so I can take it with
It's my
me.
right, my duty to destroy him.
If you get a chance, try to escape. When the coast is clear, I'll contact you by codec.
How am I supposed to escape from an island?
Believe in yourself and swim for a few miles.
So what then?
In sub-zero
I want you to
Alaskan
hide somewhere
water.
and keep me informed. You know this place well, don't you?
Of course I do. And don't worry, I've got this. It's the same stealth technology as the Ninja. Foxhound was gonna use them, but with this I'll be fine. Bad leg and all.
You're still pretty visible.
But I want Meryl to watch after you too.
Meryl, the engineer's okay.
That's a
As
relief.
okay as he
I want you
can
to
be,
look after
anyway.
him. Where are you now?
Very close.
Like, in the gas room, or what?
Oh no! Damn, they've spotted me.
See, that's why you don't take the mask
What
off.
happened?
Criminy.
Something's wrong.
Did you hear something? Wasn't that some kind of music?
What? What are you
What does
talking
she look
about?
like?
She was wearing the same green uniform as the terrorists.
A disguise?
She had such a cute way of walking. She kind of wiggles her behind.
You were really looking.
Well, she's
So
got
were
a very
you,
cute
Snake.
behind.
Way of walking, huh?
I certainly didn't notice that
If she's
already.
disguised as the enemy, you'll have to contact her when she's alone, huh? There's only one place where we can be sure she's by herself.
But how do I contact her in her own
Don't be
mind?
so dense.
She's going to a hot spring, Snake. Even I know that.
Here, use this security card. It's security level 4.
You're not in pain, are you?
Huh?
You feel okay? Nothing bothering you?
Let me
What's
get up in
wrong?
your personal
Getting all
space.
friendly all of a sudden.
No,
I
nothing.
wouldn't want
I'm
my
glad
new
you're
nerd
okay.
buddy's heart to
You're
explode.
strange.
I still need to cheat off your
Nervous.
tests.
Everyone else I've saved suddenly dies.
You're bad luck.
Forget
I'm
it,
just so
Doctor.
good at killing that even when
Call
I
me
don't want to kill,
Otacon.
I still do it
Otacon.
It
anyway.
stands for Otaku Convention. An otaku's a guy like me who likes Japanimation.
Snake, have you ever
Japan
played
was the
Police
first
Knots?
country to
It's this really
successfully
cool
make
game by
bipedal
Konami.
robots. They're still the best in the field of robotics.
And Japanese cartoons played some part in that?
They did. I didn't get into science to make nuclear weapons, you know.
That's what all scientists say.
To be fair,
I'm a
I'm sure that
scientist
all
because I wanted to
scientists
make
legitimately
robots
got
like the
into their
ones in the
field so that they
Japanese
could make
animes.
anime robots.
Really, it's true.
Just sounds like a childish excuse to me.
You just don't understand anime mechs, Snake. They're rad as hell.
You're
Watch
right.
Gundam with me
We
and you'll
have to
totally
take
get it.
responsibility. Science has always thrived on war. Greatest weapons of mass destruction were created by scientists who wanted to be famous.
Well, who
That's
else
all
is
over
going to
now.
make them?
I won't
Plumbers?
take part in murder anymore.
Well, I've just finished fixing the pipes, but while I was at it, I accidentally created a doomsday
I know everything
weapon.
about this whole
Don't know
base.
how I even
Ask
did
me
that.
anything about
Didn't take a
Rex or
science
about
class
this
in
place.
college. Did it with
Also,
pipes
with
too.
this
I don't
stealth
even think that's
camouflage, I
possible.
can sneak in and out of the armory and mess hall. If you need ammo or rations, just tell me and I'll bring them to you. I'm on frequency 141.12. See you later.
Oh, by the way, there's gas outside. He's already out of earshot. Well, I'm sure he'll notice. And Snake wipes his face off after that long cutscene. Well, before we leave off, why don't we give Otacon a quick call? Unfortunately, I don't think his codec number is saved if you call him but then immediately save and quit, because the save system in this game is really weird.
You still haven't found Meryl?
Otacon, it's been
The
10
Lawrence
seconds and I've
storage
only
building
moved
that you're
3
in has
steps from
one
where I
floor above
was.
ground and 2 floors below ground. Why don't you search there too?
Yeah, thanks, Otacon. Well, let's just call Mei-Ling then.
Snake, there's an old Chinese saying. A scholar who cherishes the love of comfort is not fit to be deemed a scholar. Einstein said it another way. He said that only a life lived for others is worth living. That's why I entered MIT instead of Princeton or Vassar like my friends. I wanted to do
Stupid,
applied
pretentious
physics,
friends.
not just theoretical stuff. I wanted to make things for people. The Soliton radar system or the Codex system.
Those are both very useful things.
Useful for people. I think that it was the same for Dr. Emmerich too.
Anime
But
mechs
he
always
was used
benefit
like a
mankind.
tool, used to make a horrible killing machine. Maybe it would be better if engineers like us just stopped making things. I don't know.
Yes, let's just stop all scientific progress forever. Nobody ever do a science thing ever again. Let's just all sit or stand in place and appreciate what we've got until we all starve. Or dehydrate. Whatever comes first. I guess that would be a mech-induced nuclear holocaust in this situation.